If you already have a sizable YouTube audience, your channel's growing, congratulations, you're probably now at the point you're wondering, how do I make money on this? How do I turn this into a business? As someone who's made several $1 million on YouTube and other online businesses over the past several years, I have learned that there's a lot of information out there telling you how to make money on YouTube and online businesses, but what they're not telling you is you actually need some skills up front in order to make that stuff work. And today I want to share with you the top 7 skills that I think you must have if you want to make money on YouTube and turn your channel into a business. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer. Welcome here to Video Creators, where we are all about helping you grow your YouTube audience. You can spread your message, reach more people, change their lives, and make money that makes all that sustainable. As someone who has done several online businesses, for the first few years, I didn't really make much money on it, to be honest. And it wasn't because I didn't know the right tactics. It was mostly because I really need to acquire some skills that made the tactics actually be effective. And thankfully, all of these are skills that you can acquire and develop yourself, just as I have. I have no background in any formal business training. This is all like learned over time through the school of hard knocks. I want to help you avoid some of those. The first skill you really need to acquire is problem solving. Your business, your YouTube channel, and everything you develop around it will exist to solve a problem for a specific target audience. And often people are willing to pay money for you to help them solve that problem. But you also need problem solving skills in order to run your business. You are going to face tons of problems. Your product's going to stop working, or the business environment is going to change, or new competition is going to crop up, or a key employee is going to quit, or you're going to have a dissatisfied customer you need to deal with, or a whole host of other things. I remember as our business was growing, I was hiring more people to keep up with the growth, which was great, but then this shift started happening and I started spending less of my time on actually revenue producing things and more of my time on managing the team and training and onboarding the team, which sounds great, but then all of a sudden what happened is the profit margins that were working great when it was just me began to just disintegrate. And so I needed to have problem solving skills to figure out how can we still keep our level of service to our customers extremely high and continue to grow without sacrificing profitability of the business. Problems like that are things you're going to face all the time in business. Number 2 is you need to develop the skill of thinking strategically. You need to have a plan for how you're going to continue to solve people's problems. You need to have a plan for where this is going to go in the next 2 to 5 years. You need to have a plan for how to determine which opportunities to say yes to and which are just actually opportunities disguised as distractions. YouTube is very different now today than it was 10 years ago. Even like a few months ago. Things are constantly changing on here, so I need to have a strategic plan for how my business is going to stay on top of how this ecosystem of YouTube and everything that revolves around it is developing and changing so that we can continue to help you guys reach more people, change their lives, make more money, grow your businesses, and grow your YouTube channels. Strategic planning doesn't just happen by itself. Number 3 is you need to be able to think systematically. Think in systems. You need to be able to create systems that reliably and predictably solve your customer's problem. You need systems that generate new leads and clients in business. You need systems that keep finances in check. You need systems that train new employees. Otherwise, this person starts doing it that way. This person starts addressing it that way. No, we need to come to a process like step 1, step 2, step 3, the process we follow that generates results for our clients predictably every single time on YouTube, and you definitely need to learn that skill of creating systems as well. Number 4 is you need to be able to think financially. A successful business really just comes down to math. Does the amount of money coming into the business exceed the amount of money that's being spent and is going out? Not everything has the same profitability. Let's say we're putting $5,000 a month into this thing in order to make $8,000 back, whereas over here we're really serving people well, it's producing better results, and we're putting $5,000 in to get $15,000 back. So without the math, without the numbers, you don't know where to spend your time, what's working, what's not, and you can get caught up doing things that you really love and are passionate about, but aren't really serving your audience, isn't solving their problem the way you want it to, and then ultimately isn't serving you and your family and your business the way that it needs to either. Number 5 is you need to learn the skill of being resilient. There's a lot that happens in business and on YouTube that that it's just not fun. You're gonna have months where you're gonna lose money. You need to learn how to handle rejection. You're going to have stress coming at you from a lot of different angles. You're gonna have burnout, and you're just going to have slow progress in your business. Can you keep going? Will you persevere and not quit and give up when you're not getting the traction you want, when you're not making the money you want, but you believe in this thing? Like, that resiliency is so important. Otherwise, people just quit and give up and never see the results and the success that are on the other side. Number 6 is you need to be able to communicate very clearly. You need to be able to communicate clearly with your team, with your potential customers, through your content and on your YouTube videos. Let's say, for example, that someone comes and asks me, Tim, hey, what do you do? And let's say my answer just isn't really crystal clear. And then they ask that same question to, like, maybe a competitor of mine, and they answer it clearly. Are they more likely to work with me or with that other person? The more clear your message is and your branding, the quicker people understand it, the more likely there is to be like, that's the problem I'm trying to solve. Yes, I'm in, or I'm interested anyway. Number 7 is you need to learn how to be a salesman. If you cannot sell, you have no business. Doesn't matter how fancy your website is, how many followers you got on Instagram, or even here on your YouTube channel. If you can't sell, you have no business. Just the assumption that having a big audience must somehow bring in money automatically is not true. One channel worked with had 3,000 subscribers, making over $2 million a year. True story. Other channels worked with, they had 1.5 million subscribers, making $600 a month. The ability to make money comes down to your skill of all these things we talked about, especially how well can you sell. And then, of course, you need to deliver a product that actually performs well and solves the problem the client has. Thankfully, actually, all of these skills are ones that can be learned. But there are a few skills that I don't think you either have them or you don't. I think they're hard to learn, and if you're missing these, it's just gonna be, you can grow a business, but it's gonna be hard to be successful in the long run. Those skills that you need to have that I don't think I can teach you are, do you love serving people? Are you honest and trustworthy? Are you dependable? Are you naturally curious about how things work? Do you have a drive in you that keeps you going even when things are tough? Are you self-aware enough to know that the problem in your business is you, and that you need to change in order to be able to serve other people better? If you have a lot of these skills already and you're ready to move forward with growing a business around your YouTube audience, I want to give you a free resource put together just for you. You can click right over there to get it. It is a guide to help you figure out what type of product might make sense next for you to start growing a business around. A product, a service, or maybe you're selling community of some kind. If I miss any other skills that you need to have that you think is really important, comment with those down below. I learn from you guys all the time. I'm looking forward to reading them down there.